Euriel Ezeagwu here, your mindset development coach and mentor. Super excited to be connecting with each and every one of us on this incredible journey that has been amazing. It's been life-changing for a whole lot of people. Now, remember where we started from. We started by looking at the concept of a new year. What is a new year? And we said there's no new year without a new you. Then we talked about transforming your mind. We talked about the concept of desire being the starting point of all achievement. We talked about, the law of separation. All right. Then the law of seeking wisdom. Seeking, it says, through desire, a man having separated himself does what you seek, and you intermingle with wisdom. Then we went into study, and we looked at, if you want to be a pharmacist, what should you study? Pharmacy. If you be a lawyer, you study law. Now it's brought us to the amazing concept of wealth creation, because everything everyone does, whatever course you study, the end game is to earn money. But the amazing thing, it never ceases to amaze me. How come there's no university that studies, that teaches wealth creation? The end game of every course of study in every university is to come out, apply for a job and earn money. Now, why is that so? The reason that you have that is because the school system, and I have nothing against school system, all right? But you see, my mentor Jim Rohn once said this. He says, formal education will give you a job, self-education will make you rich. I take that again. Formal education will give you a job, self-education will make you rich. The school system is designed to equip you to come out and apply for a job. All right, so the school system teaches and trains you on how to work for money, but it doesn't educate you, it doesn't equip you on how money works. Now you see, poor and middle class people work for money. Rich people have money working for them. That's what they don't teach in the universities. They don't teach us how money works. They teach us how to work for money. So wealth creation. If you want to be wealthy, make wealth creation a study. Study wealth. How did Dangote, from a poor beginning, rose up, despite all odds and challenges, to become Africa's richest man? How did Tony Elumelu, from a local government in Delta State called Aniocha North, how did he build this conglomerate that he has right now? What about $10? Look at this. And do you know the amazing things about these millionaires? They are all first generation millionaires. Who is a first generation millionaire? A first generation millionaire is anyone who did not inherit his money, his wealth. He built them. So what does that teach you? It tells you that you can learn the process of wealth creation. Wealth creation can be learned. Someone says, I'm broke right now. Yeah, you might be broke right now, but if you were broke in 2023, you don't want to be broke in 2024. These steps, these principles, these concepts are what is going to allow you to now shift from being broke in 2023 and creating a new you in a new year of 2024 that is now wealthy and is self-sufficient. But you've got to study wealth. How do wealthy people become wealthy? Have you read Aliko Dangote's book? Have you read it? You need to get that book and read it. So you must study wealth creation. You must study how wealth is created. The same way that a lawyer goes to the university to study law, the same way, if you will be wealthy, you must study wealth. That's why you see well-educated but broke lawyers. That's why you see well-educated but broke pharmacists, well-learned, well-educated but broke engineers, because the university system does not teach us anything about money. It teaches us how to work for money. It doesn't teach us how money works. So you've got to find a mentor, because the professors in the universities, and with all due respects to professors in the university, how many professors who teach banking and finance actually own a bank? How many? Let's be honest. So they have the theoretical knowledge of how a bank should work, but they've never applied that knowledge to owning a bank. The professors who teach business management, how many of them actually own a successful business? So you've got to find a mentor, someone who has been through the path, someone who has walked the walk, someone who has created wealth, and you've got to learn from them. Now you see, this brings me to the beautiful thing that the Igbos do called apprenticeship. All right, where a master, someone who is already doing well in a particular line of business, picks up a little boy and mentors him, tutors him, educates him in that line of business, and that little boy can take the information that his master has given him, apply it, and also become wealthy. So wealth can be taught. Wealth creation can be learned. You know, in the book, The Science of Getting Rich, which is one of the books we recommended in our previous episode, the author, Wallace D. Waters says, getting rich is a science and is an exact science. I take that again. Getting rich is a science and is an exact science. So what is a science? A science is anything that has fixed principles. Fixed principles. It means that it's no respecter of personality. It respects principles. If anyone, anywhere applies the principles, the person is going to get the same result. It has fixed laws. Let's take, for instance, the law of gravity. The law of gravity, it doesn't matter any part of the world that you're in, that law is in force. And of course, you have the law of lift. The law of lift allows you to be able to defy the law of gravity and enables aircraft to take off. It's called the law of lift. But the law of gravity, if someone in Pt4, Nigeria, goes to the podium block, which is about the tallest building in Pt4, and jumps off that building, what's going to happen to the person? The person is going to come down crashing. What if a Danjuma Goje in Damaturu climbs to the top of the tallest building in Damaturu and jumps off? What's going to happen to him? He's going to come down crashing. So we've established that the law of gravity is a principle, is scientific. It is applicable in Pt4, is applicable in Damaturu. So what if Mr. Carrington, who lives in New York, goes to the top of the Empire State Building and decides to jump? What's going to happen to him? Is the law of gravity going to say, well, Mr. Carrington is an American and the Americans are the most powerful nation on the planet. You dare not mess with an American because they're going to come against you with the full force of the American military. Is that what the law of gravity is going to say? Is the law of gravity going to speak for me? No, Mr. Carrington is going to come down crashing. That tells you that the law of gravity is no respecter of persons. It's a principle. It's a science. Anywhere you apply it, you get the same result. So wealth creation is a science. If you will learn the laws that govern the creation of wealth and you apply them, you will get wealthy. Now you see, wealth is not created by default. Wealth is deliberate. Wealth is not created by default. Wealth is deliberate. And what we're going to be doing in our next episode is going to be phenomenal. We're now going to look again and in depth into the laws that govern the creation of wealth. Everybody can be wealthy, anyone. The same way anyone from a poor home can go to the university, study law, and become a lawyer. The same way anyone from a poor home, it doesn't matter if you study wealth creation and you apply the principle, remember it's a science, you will get the same result. So the next episode, I look forward to seeing you. It's your mindset development coach and mentor, Euriel Ezeagwu, saying see you on the next episode.